Okay, so talking about creating torque in your hips and engaging your posterior chain. For your squat, for your lunge, for your glute activation, it's very important that you're able to create arches in your feet. This twisting sensation is what is creating that locking mechanism in my hips. So a lot of us deal with plantar fasciitis or tight heel cords or flat, what we would consider flat feet. And that's just a lack of an arch. So what we're trying to do is actually help create that arch by over-exaggerating the position. So we can go through a couple fundamental aspects of breaking down the tissue on the bottom of your feet. Okay, so that actually will help reduce a lot of the restriction you're getting in your ankles, which may reduce the range of motion that you're getting in your full squat. So, or your full lunge even. So what I want you to do is start with the ball right in the middle of your heel cord, right at the bottom middle of your heel, and I want you to just go side to side, working your way through your heel. This might get a little crunchy, but as you go side to side, I would say spend about 45 seconds to 90 seconds working that side to side motion. If you don't feel a whole bunch of crunchiness, you may not have to worry so much about that position. And the cool thing about mobility is if something is really not necessary, you can kind of move on to the next. Okay, so then I'm going to work through my arch, the very top of my heel, all the way through my arch. I'm going to work up and down, kind of going side to side the entire way. Now if I find anything tender, or worth spending a little bit of time on, like right there on the outside, I might just squeeze my toes in like I'm balling a fist up. I'm going to count to 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to splay my toes out like I'm trying to reach the ceiling. Meanwhile, the pressure stays the same. We're going to go through 3-second contract and relaxes. You can do about 4 to 5 on each tender spot. Let's say I've gotten through all my tender spots in my arch, and this arch rolling is actually going to help exaggerate those flat feet that you're getting and help create a bigger arch. Now I'm going to work through the ball of my foot, and I'm going to kind of go side to side, up and down, and again, feel for little tender spots. Same rules apply. If I find something tender, I'm going to grip the ball, squeeze it, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to splay my toes out nice and wide for a count of 3. Again, I can go through that contract, relax about 4 to 5 times. If you need a little bit more time on that spot, feel free to spend more time. No big deal. It's all relative, and it kind of just depends on your positioning. But spend about a total of 3 to 4 minutes on each foot. You're going to see a big difference in how your ankles react in your squat.